things go wrong as things might do, the Berenstain Bears will find a way through. Mama, Papa, sister, and brother, they'll always be there for each other. The bear fact is that it can be sweet as honey. Sometimes you'll find they might be just plain funny. The Berenstain Bears, the Berenstain Bears.
Lest you think your attic's just a place for old things.
Its great value is in the memories it brings.
There it is, the very first map of Bear Country. I found it in an old box of things in the town hall basement.
How old is it, Mayor Honeypot?
As old as Bear Country itself, which is a lot older than anyone living here today, sister.
Even older than Miss Grizzle? Wow! But where are the roads? And where's the mall? It looks like one big park.
Well, there was only one road way back then.
And there definitely wasn't a mall.
No mall?
Yep. And that park was really wild, unclaimed forest. That was the whole town back then. Just a small community made up of only a handful of brave settlers.
What's a community, Mama?
Well, a community is like a family, made up of everyone in the whole town. And that's what this History of Bear Country exhibit is for. These old things help everyone in Bear Country share memories of past times. And sharing those memories helps all the bears of Bear Country feel more like one big happy family. Thank you for your wonderful contribution, Mayor Honeypot.
Ladies?
Where would you like this, Mama Bear?
Just over there, please, Ms. Grizzle.
Why has Miss Grizzle brought that old shovel, Mama?
It was the shovel that my great-grandpa used to dig the first hole to begin building the town hall.
But I thought the town hall was here since always.
Well, not exactly since always. But the town hall was here long before most of us were. And my research tells me this is indeed the shovel used to help build it.
Professor Actual Factual has kindly volunteered to research all the donations.
Pleased to be of help. After all, having the chance to see the things in the exhibit and learn about them tells us all something about our community, how it got started, and about the bears who started it long ago.
A community is like a big family made from everyone in town.
Yes, very good, sister.
Everyone has been asked to lend anything they may have that is important to Bear Country's history.
Well. It looks like even little ladies dug up something to donate to the exhibit.
There he is. That's my great-great-grandpa, back when he was one of the volunteer fire bears.
Did he help the real fire bears, Mr. Bruin?
This is long ago, brother, back when Bear Country had no real fire bears.
No fire bears?
Just volunteers, farmers, store clerks, woods bears like your papa. At the first smell of smoke, they'd drop whatever they were doing, grab a bucket, and pitch in to help put out the fire.
Buckets? They didn't have big hoses to put out the fires?
Not back then. This was all they had in the old days. They just kept filling them up and pouring them on the fire until it was out.
Wow! Wait till I tell all my friends. They're not going to believe it.
Well, then, your pals are welcome to go down to the library to see it for themselves. That's what the exhibit is for. Thanks for the donations, Mr. Bruin.
I'm happy to contribute, Papa. I can hardly wait to see what the rest of the town has donated.
Are we going to donate something to the History of Bear Country exhibit, Papa?
Well, I'm sure we must have an exhibit and a half stashed away up in our treehouse attic. The hard part will be choosing which is the most important to the history of Bear Country.
Do you think we have an army hat or something like that?
Oh, there's so much stuff up there, I wouldn't be surprised if we did. I can't believe they used to make horseshoes on this. Oh, well, Mama, there it is. All set for tomorrow. As good as any exhibit I've seen in Professor Factual's Bearsonian Institution. All these things give us a chance to learn what things were like when Bear Country was just beginning.
Having a chance to share these things helps everyone in town feel like they're all part of one big happy family.
How come there's one spot still empty right in the middle, Mama?
That's where our donation's going to go, sis. Right, Papa?
Our donation? And just what might that be, Papa?
An army hat or something.
And just where are we going to get an army hat or something?
In the attic. I'm sure we have something up there.
I do know the only thing we don't have up there is space. But I'm not so sure there's anything of any importance to the history of Bear Country.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Okay now, everyone, watch your step. Let the attic treasure hunt begin. Oh, whoa, look at this.
What did you find?
My old baseball glove.
Is that important to the history of Bear Country, Papa?
Nope, but it sure is important to me. I caught a pop fly in the most important baseball game I ever went to.
Was that the first baseball game you ever went to, Papa?
Oh, better than that, brother. It was the very first game I ever went to with my one and only son.
That's me. I was little, but I remember. I still have the ball.
And I still have the memory.
That was really special to you, Papa?
Oh, one of the best days of my life.
Mine too. Your glove's neat, but it doesn't really tell us anything about the history of Bear Country.
You're right, brother. We're up here trying to find something that they used way back in the old days. Right?
I found it! This has to be important for history. What did they use it for in the olden days, Mama?
That's my twirl-a-hoop. I was really good at it when I was little. But the best thing about it was when you were a baby and had the chicken pox, the only thing that could make you laugh and forget you were sick was when I twirled my twirl-a-hoop for you. Well, I used to be really good at it.
I remember. I think.
Well, it's getting late. The history exhibit opens tomorrow, and we still have to find something to donate.
Oh, I forgot all about this. Our wedding gift from Great Aunt Grisabel. Remember when we were first married, Papa?
We used to sit by the fire drinking pots and pots of tea.
Dreaming about the wonderful family we would have one day.
What were Brother and I doing then?
That was before both of you were born.
You mean back before there was a mall?
And before they used to put fires out with pails?
Well, back before there was a mall.
But not so far back as before the volunteer fire bears.
That sounds important for our family, Mama. But how is your teapot important to the community?
Let's keep looking.
I found it! I found it!
Something for the history exhibit?
Yes! This has to be at least 100 years old.
No, it's not. That's my bunny.
Oh, well, it looks 100 years old.
That's because Sister loved it so much.
It was your first stuffed animal.
Papa brought it to the hospital the day you were born.
That was another one of my happiest days ever.
I remember I was mad because I wanted the bunny a lot more than I wanted a new sister.
You didn't want me?
Only because I didn't know you. Once I saw you in the hospital, I said, "Yep, that's my baby sister."
That's my big brother.
Hey!
Don't worry about it, Papa. The exhibit already has lots of things.
Including a big hole right in the middle of it, thanks to yours truly.
You can put my bunny in the exhibit, Papa.
Thank you, sister. But the things your bunny reminds us of are only important to our family, not the rest of Bear Country.
Well, maybe we didn't find anything important about the history of Bear Country, but we did find lots of important things about the history of the Bear family.
That's right. we should have our very own History of the Bear Family exhibit in the attic.
I have to say, when it comes to attic treasure, we sure hit the jackpot.
Yes. Sharing our memories helps us feel good about being a family.
Oh, I almost forgot. I got a call from Professor Actual Factual. You're not gonna believe this, but it turns out that the Bear family donated something to the history of Bear Country after all.
I'm so impressed. Just for a lark, I examined the bone little lady found. I discovered it's a genuine million-year-old Barosaurus bone. So that means that the oldest item in the exhibit, and not to mention the most special, is the one donated by a member of the Bear family.
The neighbors are moving. Here comes the truck.
They're excited but nervous, so wish them good luck.
Catch you later, Stuart.
Bye, Sally.
Hello there, you two.
Hi, Mama. Hi, Papa.
Oh, what's got those smiles turned upside down? School gets out tomorrow. Is summer vacation getting you two down?
It's the Berry Cubs down the road.
As soon as school's out, they're moving to the other side of Bear Country. That means Sally Berry won't be in my class next year.
And Stuart Berry won't be in mine. They're pretty sad.
Oh, moving can certainly be very hard.
And even a little scary.
It must be the most awful thing in the whole world. They're changing houses and changing towns and changing schools.
Not all change is bad, sister. Sometimes change can be good, you know.
I don't like things to change.
I like things to stay just the way they are.
I understand how you feel, but things can't stay the same all the time. Nothing is forever. Change is a part of life, and sometimes that includes moving somewhere new.
I'm never going to move. I'm going to live in the treehouse forever and ever, just like we always have.
Well, actually, we haven't always lived in the treehouse.
We haven't?
Hey, that's right. I don't remember it very well because I was really little, but I do remember we lived on a mountain.
On a mountain. Papa, is that true?
It sure is.
Did I live on the mountain too?
You weren't born yet. It was years ago when Brother was just a little cub. We lived in a hillside cave halfway up Great Bear Mountain.
At the far edge of Bear Country. We have some photos of that old place.
That's where you lived?
Sure is.
That's us having breakfast.
Hey, that's us hiking up the mountain.
Yes, it sure was pretty up there. We were very happy in our mountain cave.
There were all kinds of neat rocks to collect.
And the mountain air was as sweet as honey. Every Sunday after breakfast, we went for a hike up the mountain. My favorite Sunday breakfast. Scrambled eggs with cedar, smoked salmon, and honey toast. Ooh, that sure hit the spot. Come on now, brother. If you don't finish your breakfast, we won't be able to have lunch. And today we're having a picnic lunch. Here comes the airplane. It's almost finished. One of my better pieces, if I do say so myself.
Go, go!
I think Brother agrees.
Too bad there aren't more trees.
Come, Papa, come! Whee! Ooh, diamond!
I'm not sure that this is a diamond, brother. I think it might be a piece of quartz. But it's a real find, just the same.
Hi, Birdie! Yay, top! Yay, top!
Yep, we're at the top. Ooh, that climb sure works up an appetite.
First, the appetizer, the view.
Just feast your eyes on that. Looking down into the valley, we never realized we might actually one day leave our cozy cave to live in a treehouse in the forest far below.
I sure wish I could have lived on Great Bear Mountain with you in your cave.
What? I thought you never wanted to live anywhere other than our treehouse.
But it sounds nice and fun.
It was fun living on a mountain.
We were very happy there.
Then why did you move?
Yes, Papa. Why did we move?
Because as time went by, things changed and we outgrew our cozy cave. Huh? Not much left of the wood pile. Uh-oh.
Oh, dear.
The mountain soil is just too thin to grow trees, Mama. And not having a lot of trees around makes it hard for a woods bear like me.
What's for dinner, Mama?
Not quite as much as I'd like, I'm afraid. Our garden is so small, and Brother's growing so big. I'd like to make the garden larger, but it's right up against a rocky ledge. Brother, Papa and I have something very important to talk to you about.
What, Mama?
We've decided that it's time we move from Great Bear Mountain down into the valley.
We're going to move away? Why, Mama? Why?
Because there aren't enough trees on the mountain for my woodworking.
And our Rocky Mountain garden is much smaller than I'd like it to be.
And there's barely enough room in your bed and your cubby for you.
But what about my toys and my books and my rocks?
Don't worry. We'll put all of our things into boxes and we'll take them with us.
But what about my friends, the deers and the rabbits? We can't put them in a box and take them with us.
No, we can't. But you'll meet new friends in the valley, and we can always come back to visit.
But I love it here on the mountain.
I know you do. We do too. But I'm sure we'll all love our new home just as much as we love this one. We had outgrown our mountain home, and our family was about to get even bigger, with a new baby on the way.
A new baby? Oh, that's me!
That's right. So we packed our things into boxes, and a moving truck came to pick everything up. Then we said goodbye to our friends and our cave, and we moved to the valley.
What was it like when you moved?
I remember I was kind of nervous and sad to leave the mountain and all my friends. But it was also kind of exciting. And not long after that, I had a brand new baby sister. It was a big change, and it took some time to get used to. But it was a good change. Even the part about having a new sister.
You mean especially that part. I'm glad we moved to the treehouse. If we hadn't, I wouldn't be best friends with Lizzie Bruin or be in Teacher Jane's class, and I would never have even met Sally Berry.
And I would never have met Stuart or Cousin Fred. And there wouldn't be any trees to climb.
Or any trees for my woodworking.
You're right, Mama. Change can be hard, but it can be good, too.
I think we should tell that to Sally and Stuart.
Me too.
And after I moved to the valley, I ended up with twice as many friends as I'd had before. I had my new friends and my old friends, too.
And you can write us letters and even come back for a visit. We'll write if you write us back. Promise.
All right.
I think she wants to go back in the house. Don't worry. Moving isn't as scary as it seems. It's really kind of exciting. We're gonna see our new house, and we're all gonna make lots of new friends. Okay, Sally, time to go.
We're going to write you first.
No, we're going to write you first.
Papa and I are very proud of you two for helping the berry cubs with their move.
I'm going to miss Stuart.
And I'm going to miss Sally. But I can't wait to hear about all their new friends in their new school. When we get home, do you think maybe Brother and I could move some things around in our room?
Sure. But why?
A little change might be nice.